Hello, good morning, everyone. Looking for a sound check this morning. Make sure the audio is working before we dive into a few housekeeping things. Awesome. Thank you, meant to be RVing. It looks like we've got the Heasted, meant to be RVing, Lucky Dog Productions, and a few others that haven't identified themselves joining in here a few minutes before we get started. We're going to have a fun hour and a half this morning playing some games, Madgab, and some music trivia, maybe some other trivia along the way as well. Let me get a drink of water. I trust everybody's keeping up with the news. I haven't heard anything super significant. It seems like just more of the same, more lockdowns, shutdowns across the country. I know in our home state of Missouri, at least three or four counties now have done mandatory lockdown or shelter in place orders for 30 days. That's one of the reasons we came back to St. Louis, was to be in our home during this time. We would be sheltered and hunkered down, regardless of whether we agree with it or not. It's kind of taken place, so I think we should all do our part so this doesn't carry on for multiple months. Hopefully it'll be something that we'll get through in just a few weeks. And by playing games online and connecting through community online, we can keep our social distancing and still have a great time. So we're going to have some fun playing this for an hour. Before we get started, I'll give a couple of announcements. We're going to have more of these this week. So this is our first session for this week. We'll have another one tomorrow evening, and then we'll have two on Friday, one in the morning and one in the evening. Depending on who is interested, we may do something over the weekend, Saturday or Sunday, since what else are we going to do, right? And we also will have a new video premiering this coming Sunday. This will actually be a tour of a cool location, Elevated Mountain Distillery in Maggie Valley, North Carolina, which we stopped at, did a tour. We boondocked at a church nearby there. We only spent one night there in Maggie Valley, but it's definitely an area that you might want to consider on your travels whenever we can get the go ahead to travel some more. Okay, so let's get going early here. It looks like we've got a few people in here, so early bird gets the worm. We'll go ahead and play a couple of games of Mad Gab to get things warmed up before the rest of the crowd comes in at our standard starting time. Thanks again for everybody joining. Helps us all to get through this. This is a great point here from It to Be RVing. Everyone, be sure to check on your friends working in the hospitals. Anybody that's essential, it's good to check on them, reassure them to have great hygiene, keep their distancing, and reassure them they're going to be okay, and to basically pay attention to their bodies. If they show any types of symptoms, fever, anything like that, they need to get checked out early. All right, so let's play the first game here. Hello, our epic RV adventure. Thanks for coming in. First game, and this is something that sure to be popular during the lockdown. I'll give it a little bit before I give some hints. I think it's something that might be an easy one. Not quite, Lucky Dog. You're on the right track. The first word is correct. It was a popular TV show. One word is incorrect on this. Actually, maybe this wasn't. I can't remember if the TV show was Sex in the City, or in this case, we're looking for a different word. Yes, your first choices were indeed funnier. All right, we're going to give it to Lucky Dog, but it was Sex and the City. I, I thought I think the TV show was Sex and the City. I'm not familiar what Sex and the City was, but we'll go with Sex in the City. 10 points for Lucky Dog. For those of you that are maybe playing for the first time, we're playing Madgab, and we sprinkle in a little music trivia from time to time, and each correct answer is worth 10 points. We're keeping track of the points all month long, and at the end of the month, we're going to give away three prizes: $100 for first, $50 for second, and $25 for third place. So let me get those points in, and we'll get another game going here. Okay, let's jump to our next game. Some of the best way to play this is make sure you say it out loud. You want to say it out loud so your ears hear it. A lot of times the words don't really make sense, but when you hear it, you'll know what we are referring to or what the card might be referring to. And then if we don't get it, I start giving some hints. Mercedes-Benz, Henry Does It, is in the house and barely beat Lucky Dog there. Good morning, Jessica. We all love our channel names, but I think it's good to get to know each other on a personal basis. I know some of your first names, but you might type them into the chat so that everybody in the room knows what your first name is. My first name is Bradley. And my wife, I'm not sure if she's going to join this morning, but her name's Christina. We are Pause and Effect. We focus on pet-friendly locations as we travel, cool travel locations. We do reviews of places we visit, RV parks. And then we also focus on charities. We do a podcast with some charities. We go out to events and find charities, try to include them on our videos, and try to help spread the goodness that those charities bring as we meet them. And also, we didn't start out focused on motorcycles, but after meeting a couple of friends of ours last year in Texas who are motorcycle riders, we went out and bought some motorcycles and a toy hauler RV, and now our channel has a lot of motorcycle focused activities in it as well. All right, let's jump to the next puzzle. Okay. You notice the background behind me is different because we are at our home in St. Louis. That's where we will be, most likely through the end of April. Hopefully, this will all be lifted and we can go on our trip to Maui in May. A repeat of the last puzzle. Henry does it just barely in front of Lucky Dog. All right, do one more puzzle and then we'll switch over to the one music trivia. I'm also going to copy a link into the comments here And if you have a headset and you would like to join and tell us about your travels, your missions, or even just talk about some encouraging things that you're doing during this interesting time in the United States or actually across the world, just come on in that link and I will bring you in somewhere around a quarter after or a half hour point, and we'll have a discussion around your channel. Next puzzle, MASH trivia. That would be fun. I love that show. And our epic adventure, that's been a common statement. It's kind of a tricky game. I think it either you kind of get it, or it is difficult. A lot of people struggle with it, and some people are extremely good at it. And like I said, the best way to do it is like read it real fast, try to squeeze it together, break it up, kind of look for what it's saying. Say it fast, say it slow. I don't think saying it in another accent helps, but that might make it more fun. Struggling with this one, maybe. It's a saying. There's a couple spelling issues there. It looks like Lucky Dog got it first. Fully. Well, wait a second. Nope. I'm sorry. Nobody spelled it correctly. Fully out yet. It's a noble cause. Lucky Dog has got it. It looks like noble spelled Noble. Yes, and you are correct. Our epic RV adventure. You have to have good auditory skills. Get Lucky Dog's points down here, and then we will go to our first music trivia of the day. And if anybody has a cool music trivia, you can send it to me in private chat, and we will use that. If we use your question, we'll also give you some points, but you can't answer the question you send in, of course. All right, so let's look at some music trivia here. Let me find a good one. This one might be a good one. I didn't know this one. Might be very well known. Who is Calvin Broadus? Who is Calvin Broadus? What's their performance name? Does anyone know who Calvin Broadus is? Lucky Dog gets it. It's in the dog theme. You would think Lucky Dog would get that, right? Snoop Dogg was Calvin Broadus. All right, we'll get back to the Madgab, and then we will. Wrong spelling? That's how it was spelled on the trivia question. So the trivia question spelled it wrong too. Okay, next Madgab. Good morning, Z Sisterhood. Thanks for coming in. We're playing Madgab and some music trivia now and then. For every correct answer, you get 10 points, and we're adding up the points at the end of the month. There's $100 for first place, 50 for second, 25 for third. Stop or I'll shoot. Let me check here. It looks like Lucky Dog has that one as well. Lucky Dog is distancing themselves from third place. Artist on the Road. It has been neck and neck, but Artist on the Road isn't here this morning. All right, next puzzle. And again, if you would like to join in and have a chat about your channel, I posted the link in comments. Just come on in and we'll bring you in during a break. Wow, that was fast. Tony Randall, Lucky Dog. Sue is on a roll. Get right back into the next puzzle. Sorry for the clearing of my throat. I need my coffee as well. Or some hot tea. Yes, it's a song. I've got a brand new key. And so while we're on a song, who was the artist that sang that song? Does anybody know who sang I've got a brand new key? I've got a brand new pair of roller skates. Do you know who sang that song, dear? I think it was a one-hit wonder. Do you have that? We've got an original 45 of that song, so we could go look at that and find out. Anybody know it? I'll give a few more seconds here. If anybody knows who's the artist for that song. All right, we're going to skip on to the next question. No points for that. It was Catherine McPhee. Let's see here. Catherine McPhee. Catherine McPhee. Yes. Never heard of her. All right, next Madgab puzzle. Yeah, the original artist, I think that was the original artist I've got here. Song by Catherine McPhee. My source was on Lyric Find. Actually, it looks, let me see here. I'm going to the song here. Folk singer was Melanie. So the information I had was wrong. So you do get the points. Why? Melanie. Melanie was the original songwriter and singer. Need to double check my trivia sites. There we go. Thank you for that correction, guys. All right, we'll go right into another Madgab. I can't mess these up. Well, I guess I can with spelling, but thumbs up if you think the host is doing an okay job. Thumbs down if you want a new host. Oh, let me have that. I want to show it. Oh, that's cool. One of Chris's favorite Disney productions was Johnny Fedora and what was Alice Bluebonnet? She's got the original 45 of that as well. That was a long, long time ago. I think that was 50s, late 40s, early 50s, maybe. Lisa jumps into the room and gets a correct answer. I failed English. All right, let's jump into another puzzle here. I like this one. We're going to go with the blue side of this one because it looks like it might be a fun one. Yes, Lucky Dog, I gave you the points for Melanie, so you got 20 points on that question. 10 points for the correct answer and 10 points for getting the artist that actually sang the song. Attack of the Clones. Wasn't as hard as I thought. Attack of the Clones, that's correct. Henry does it. All right, one thing I want to put up on the screen here is we will be having another premiere. Thanks for those of you that were able to join our premiere this past Sunday night. That session that we had this past Sunday night was a little bit unique. It was a little longer, and it was really focused on our family and helping everyone kind of get to know our extended family. So we had a lot of fun chatting with you during that. If you haven't had a chance to watch it and you want to know a little bit more about our extended family, you can go back and watch that recorded version. But this next Sunday, we will actually get back to our standard um, videos, which are reviews, travel reviews, cool locations we visit. And we visited a really cool location in Maggie Valley on our way to Florida, right towards the end of the year last year. And it was Elevated Mountain Distillery. They've got a really fantastic root beer moonshine that we like. They've got a few other varieties, but we don't care for those as much as we like the moonshine. Um, you can only get it in North Carolina, I believe. So if you happen to be driving through North Carolina and you stop at a liquor store there, or if you're driving, was it off of Interstate 40, dear? I think it was off of Interstate 40. Um, or it might have been off of 24 when we were on our way down there and we took Highway 40. I'm not sure. But it's in Maggie Valley, North Carolina. You can look it up on your GPS. That'll give you a better way to find it. And it's definitely worth a stop. That town is a really cool town. And this distillery has they give a little bit of a tour. They've got a little cocktail bar in there. You can watch sports in there. They've also got live music. And the owner, David, is a really cool guy. Driving down Highway 40 in my big old pickup truck. I love Brack. I've noticed that people have been posting a little bit more Brack videos lately. That the song "Don't Touch Me" has came into favor again with this social distancing. So we will jump to another puzzle here. And Henry gets this one. The correct answer we're looking for is Susan Sarandon. And it is spelled correctly. Lucky Dog right behind. And when you know it, there are first place and second place point getters. All right, we'll jump into another one. I'm going to go with what's supposed to be, I think the B side on blue is supposed to be the most difficult. So let's see how people do with this one. Early to bed, early to rise is correct. And I have Henry does it just above Lisa on my screen here. They both popped in almost the same time. All right, here's a good one. This one should be fun. Should be quick and fun. I thought it would be fun and quick. Let's see. I'll give a hint on this one. It's not a person's name, but it is a. There we go. Henry does it. Sugar Daddy. I think the chat might have been a little slow there. And Joker Daddy. Good guess. It's kind of sounded the same. So we had the answer right in our box of our box of treasures. Chris had it right down there. Here's the original Melanie. I've got a brand new key. Hello, foodies. Thanks for coming in. Just in time for our next music trivia question. Let me go find a good one here. Some of these are hard. In the Rolling Stones song Angie, there's something in the lyrics that went up in smoke. Does anybody know the answer? What went up in smoke in the song Rolling Stones song Angie? It's a pretty difficult one. But I imagine after a minute or two, if nobody gets it, somebody's going to be finding the answer somewhere with Alexa or Cortana or all of the Siris, Googles. You can find every answer, but sometimes not the right answer. We saw that earlier. Anyone know what went up in smoke? It went up in smoke in the Rolling Stones Angie. Thanks for coming in, Z Sisterhood. Have a good breakfast. And Lucky Dog gets it. Dreams. Dreams held so close went up in smoke. Chickens did not go up in smoke. That would only be a vegan that would say that, right? That's horrible. Think about the chickens. Oh, chickens go up in smoke. The answer we're looking for was dreams. So 10 points for Lucky Dog. All right. Next puzzle. Next Madgab puzzle right here. This is a thing. Legal size envelope. That is correct. Lucky Dog gets this one. All right, let's do another puzzle. We'll go to the blue side here. Looking for an answer to the puzzle here. No Smoking Zone has it. Foodies Fusion, thanks for joining. This isn't really a grow site. If you want to go to the people's pages, watch their videos. If you like what you see, feel free to subscribe. But this is more of a game playing to get through. So feel free to connect with each other. But let's keep the chat to the answers or standard communication. We're definitely not a sub for sub grow channel. Next puzzle. This is not a name of someone, but it's a type of someone. And it looks like Lisa has it. What a creep. That's the answer we're looking for. And the next one, next puzzle, right up. Again, if anybody would like to come in and chat about a topic or talk about their channel, there's a link in the chat. If you need it, I can send it again. Take a break and hear what your mission of your channel is. Make sure you connect with each other. Good morning, Weekend RVing. Thanks for jumping on. We're in the middle of playing some Madgab and some music trivia. Parenthesis is not correct. You got the first part correct, but it's something else. That's close, Lisa. Not exactly right. Just a little bit different than that, but it's on the right track. Yes, Lisa corrected it just in time. Parental controls. We had 3 that popped in right at the same time there, but Lisa's first on my screen, so give Lisa those. It's 130 points now, Lisa. Making good progress. We got a ways to go to get into third. We'll give a rundown at the points at the end of the show today. Now the puzzle. Yep, you can steal some that way. Our epic RV adventures. If somebody spells one wrong, pay attention and be ready to type it in with the right spelling, or if they get close. Again, make sure you got to try to sound them out, but it doesn't work for everybody. We've had 4 or 5 players that seem to be extremely good. Artist on the Road, Wilson on Wheels, Lucky Dog, and Henry Does It. I think those have been the 4 that seem to get it super quick. There's been some others that played just maybe one session that did fairly well. A dark rain cloud. That is what we're looking for. Yep. Lucky Dog gets that one. You're up to 595 points, Lucky Dog. Second place solidly now. Let's go to another. Before I go to another question, I want to highlight one of our videos. If you like food, I know we had somebody that was on here from the foodies before. So if you like food and have you ever been interested in watching shows on TV that have food, you're probably familiar with the Pioneer Woman. So I'm just going to post that link there. You can't click on it. Probably the best thing to do is after we're done here, go into our videos, find that video. It was one of the recent ones where we visited Pawhuska, Oklahoma. And we had a great time there and tried a bunch of the different Pioneer Woman food. And it was all, I'm not going to tell you. You have to watch the video to find out if it was fantastic or if it wasn't. So check it out. All right, next puzzle. Next day delivery. Yes. And I hear that it's difficult to get next day delivery right now. So deliveries are even slowed down by all of this. I think they're prioritizing more medical deliveries and things like that. So get your points in. You just cracked over the 600 barrier. Talking about milestones, we just went over 900 subscribers. We're looking to get to 1,000. Obviously, that's the next milestone. So if you have any friends that might be interested in playing the game, invite them to the game. If they're interested in travel or dogs, motorcycles, charities, charitable causes, have them come to our channel and see if they like it. You might want to subscribe to our channel. That'd be great. And go with another blue side here. And we're going to have a bonus on this one. The correct answer for this is Highway to Heaven. That's what we're looking for. Now for the bonus, we're looking for the main star of the show that was on TV, Highway to Heaven. Somebody can tell me that main star will give 10 bonus points. Lucky Dog gets the bonus points. Michael Landon. That was a great show. We enjoyed watching that one. And we'll do one more before we step to some music trivia. This is a really good puzzle. Really good puzzle. I like this one here. Yes, to answer your question, meant to be art. Being we do need watch hours. I think we're only about halfway to the watch hours. So after we hit the 1,000, obviously watch hours will be there. We're kind of a hobby channel. We both have, or I have a full-time job, and Chris basically has lots of irons in the fire with taking care of everything else. And she does some website design. Looks like we've got a correct answer here: 6 degrees of separation. If you know anybody that needs any website design, especially charities, Chris does a lot of work for charities or friends doing website design. She'll also do paid for services for other companies for building full websites, things like that. I had a 6. Are you serious? 6 degrees of separation. That is not the correct answer. If I gave points for creativity, that would definitely get some points. All right, let's go do music trivia. Let me get those last points in. But yeah, if anybody's interested in doing kind of a watch hour exchange, we're happy to do that. I have two devices, so a lot of times when I'm working, I'll be watching some videos throughout the day. So just you can send me an email. I'll put my email in the chat if somebody wants to connect with me to do watch hour exchange. Or you can just say that you're watching a playlist and I will return that around within 24 hours. Or you can also contact us at our contact us email for our website. Either one of those will get to me or Chris. Don't forget in our name, pause effect, it's a Z instead of an S. Okay, let's go to a music trivia. Next music trivia, let me find a good one. I didn't really like that last one. Okay, so this one, I like Bob Seger, so this one should be good. Should be familiar to everybody. I think it was a little while ago, but I think they still use it from time to time. What Bob Seger song was used in a TV commercial for trucks? What Bob Seger song was used in a TV commercial for trucks? Lucky Dog. Like a Rock is the correct answer that we were looking for. Let's do one more music trivia. I found another good one here that I like. Where did the rock group Leonard Skinner get the name of the band? Where did the rock group Leonard Skinner get the name for their band? It was indeed a teacher. Do you know specifically any more specifics about the teacher? I'm still going to give you the 10 points, but specifically, it was their high school gym teacher, I believe. Okay, got both of those down. We'll move back to Madgab. Next puzzle's up. Thanks everyone for joining. Have a little bit of fun this morning, passing some time. Some before we go to work, others just trying to pass time since they are in quarantine, self quarantine. Some areas are locked down. Knock, knock. Who's there? I actually have a knock, knock joke. If you said knock, knock, who's there, I could say ah, and then you would say ah who, and I'd say Werewolves of London. Get it? All right, next puzzle's up. And if you like silly sense of humor like that, we also have a video out there. We did a premiere a couple weeks ago about the Uranus Fudge Factory. Lots of silly, ridiculous humor. Some think it's funny, some don't. Just in time for my wife to come on, and she tolerates my sense of humor. Some of my kids really like it, but Christina has to put up with it. Nieces and nephews. It looks like Lucky Dog got it just before Lisa on both of my screens. Yes. Close call there. Speaking about nieces and nephews and families, who here has lots of nieces and nephews or grandkids? We have 7 grandkids. I don't even know how many nieces and nephews we have. Um, quite a few, and even some great nieces and nephews. All right, here's the next puzzle. 7 grandkids too. Aw, they're great. They're absolutely great. What are the ages, Sue? And we have a correct answer to the puzzle here. Booby trap. Actually, let me go back and check that spelling. Nope, Jessica got it right. It's spelled with a Y. All right, let me get those points in there. We have 7 grandkids. We have 4 girls and 3 boys. Ages from 12 down to 1. 22, 16, 14, 12, 12, and 11. Great ages. Yeah, ours are from 12 down to 1. So we got 7 of them. 2 of them 1. Our last 2 were born just a couple weeks apart. Both girls. And you forgot a 10-year-old. Yeah, that was only 6 answers there. Don't worry, I put on our premiere. I don't know if anybody watched it and noticed. I put that Weston was our 4th grandson. We only have 3 grandsons, 4 granddaughters. So, and I spelled one of our granddaughters' names wrong. I can't keep up. Phonetically, I spelled it right, but you know, I missed a second N. I'm not sure why anybody has a name with 2 N's. It makes the same sound as one N, doesn't it? 2 N's and 1 N. Please wait to be seated. That is correct. That's the correct answer. Lucky Dog was just in front of Christina. Now you sound like me. You're usually a good sport. You don't quit when you lose. All right, we'll do the blue side. Maybe you'll do better at that, Chris. Do a couple more puzzles, and then we'll go to some more music trivia. That's close. Henry does it, but not quite right. And Lucky Dog steals it away. There was that hidden S in there. Tony Awards ceremony. One more puzzle here. I doubt I'll need to give any clues here. Not with the players that we have in the room. Henry does it, gets it. Tampa Bay, Florida. We just came back from that area. Henry does it was on first on both screens, and Lisa Cozy Kitten and Lucky Dog came in right after. Close. Close. All right, let's do music. Let's switch to music. Do at least one music trivia here. Let me find a good one. Which group recorded the hit single Karma Chameleon in 1984? Back in the heyday of MTV. Boy George, that was the lead singer, but the band that actually recorded it is what we're looking for here. Looking for the band name that recorded Karma Chameleon. The 1984 Culture Club is the correct answer. Boy George was the lead singer, and Lucky Dog looks like they're first on my screen. Way to go, Bob. That's okay. Bob can give you some answers. Ask Bob. It's not. It doesn't roll off your tongue like Googling it or Alexa. Hey Bob, what is the band name for Boy George's band? All right, let's do one more music trivia. What instrument is Alicia Keys most noted for playing? She plays a lot of them, but there's a specific instrument that she plays most of the time that you'll see her performing. Lucky Dog, piano. Aaron Jemison is going to be so unhappy because he missed all this music trivia. I had 3 answers come in, but Lucky Dog is on top. Lucky Dog, Lisa, and Henry Does It all came in pretty quickly there, but Lucky Dog is on top. All right, back to Madgab. Here we go. Aaron isn't here this morning, but he has been one of our followers from the beginning. He has got a great channel. For Whom the Bell Tolls is correct, and it's spelled with an S. So unfortunately, Lisa, Henry Does It stole it from you. I'm just double checking the spelling. For Whom the Bell Tolls. Yep, the first correct answer I have is Henry Does It. So for the bonus question, which heavy metal rock group performed that song as one of their first hits? One of my favorite songs when I was in high school. Anybody know the answer? Who made For Whom the Bell Tolls a hit? It's not AC/DC, a little after AC/DC, and a little heavier than AC/DC, probably. Believe it or not. Not quite as mainstream in the beginning when For Whom the Bell Tolls came out, but they went on to be pretty mainstream. And one of the biggest heavy metal hard rock groups. Not quite as big as AC/DC, but pretty big. Camper Life. Hey, Camper Life, you came in just in time. Metallica is the correct answer. 10 points for Camper Life. See some new people coming in. Graham, Motorhead. Metallica, For Whom the Bell Tolls. That's the one that I was looking for. And we're going to get right back to the Madgab game, and we'll do some more music trivia here in just a moment. See how much time do we have left. Got another half hour left here. Next puzzle is up. Every correct answer is 10 points. Actually, every first correct answer, including spelled correctly in most cases. We add up the points. At the end of the month, we're giving out prizes, $100 for first, $50 for second, $25 for third. Great question. Giving away gift cards at the end of the month. So it's a running total. We've got a few sessions coming up this month. Don't be such a nuisance is the correct answer for this one. And our point leader, Henry Does It, gets that one as well. I'll throw the other sessions that we're having up for the rest of this week, actually. Let me find those. There we go. We're going to have a few more sessions. So obviously, the more sessions you join, the better chance you have to get in the money. And we'll move right into the next puzzle. I like this puzzle. In times like this gets more and more important, at least in my opinion. A Lucky Dog is in second place, solidly in second place. And they missed the first two sessions. Henry Does It has been on, I think, all but one session. Henry Does It's in first, Lucky Dog's in second. We have third place, which is Artist on the Road. They missed a couple sessions as well. This is probably their third session they missed. Red, white, and blue is the correct answer. You just missed it again, Lisa. That last letter, trying to type fast. Artist on the Road and Lucky Dog were going back and forth. Let me make sure Lucky Dog got that one. Yeah, Artist on the Road and Lucky Dog were going back and forth on the last few sessions, but Artist on the Road isn't here today, so Lucky Dog is putting some distance between them. All right, let's go with the next puzzle here. This kind of goes along with the last theme. Actually, I need to adjust the last one because Lisa is right. There was the word "the" in front, and she got it right here. The red, white, and blue. And I don't see that anybody got the red, white, and blue in front of it. So actually, I'm changing that back to Lisa, and she also got this one. Oh, say, can you see? All right. Thanks for correcting me there, Lisa. So 20 points for Lisa. So the last answer was the red, white, and blue. I need to pay attention to those thes and a's and ands. This one could be fun. It's something you probably don't even want to look at right now, quite honestly. I'm not looking at mine, I know that. The answer is not Aspen, Colorado. Is that where you're at, Lisa? Or is that your answer for this puzzle? This is something you might have. And as I mentioned, you're probably not even looking at them at this point. If you are, you're probably sick to your stomach. IRA accounts. That is the correct answer. Did I hold up a card before this one? That had Aspen, Colorado? I don't think so. Oh, I know what it was. It was when I put up the red, white, and blue. Look at that. I put this up just to show the red, white, and blue, and Lisa nailed it. So I'm going to give her 10 points for that one too. It was Aspen, Colorado. Good job. So I got 10 more points for Lisa, 10 points for Chris on IRA accounts. And you were absolutely right. I have not even looked at mine, and I'm not going to for a while. Fortunately, I plan on working for a few more years, so I've got some time to build mine up and wait for the market to come back. Let me get these points in. There we go. Yes, it will come. You are correct. You are correct, Camper Life. It will come back. It always does. In my lifetime, it comes back sometimes not quite as fast as it goes up, but sometimes pretty darn quick. All right. Hopefully, we get on the other side of this in a matter of weeks and not months. And that is a great point. If you don't sell and you don't panic, if you don't need the money, leave it right there. Let it come back. Pretty much every 10-year period, it's a positive. So there might be a 1 or 2 year period in there that's a negative, but if you look at every 10-year period in my lifetime, it's a positive. So don't panic. Be smart. Some people are moving their money. That's not a bad idea right now to move it. Maybe if you've got it in an IRA, moving it from a high risk to a lower risk. I'm not a financial advisor. I just know some people are doing that. I haven't moved anything, but I have thought about it. This one's a fun one. And while William's here, it looks like Lucky Dog got it. Felix the cat. While William's here, William was the very first live that I was ever on. Camper Life's live back. I think it might have been your first live ever, William, that I was on. And then I found Blue Wave Odyssey through you. I found Silver Turtle, who does some silver coin stuff, and started connecting with quite a few people in the community. So it was really, really cool to have made that connection with Camper Life. And if you ever want to come on and talk about your channel on one of these, I know it's a bit of a small audience, 10 to 15 people, but I always put an invite in the comments for people to come in and talk about their channels. So if anybody'd like to, you can click that invite, come in with a headset, and we'll bring you on to talk about your channel. You were doing pretty good. You were doing pretty good already. So you were hanging in there. Here we go. I love this thing right here. Yeah, no worries, William. I'll be working here just shortly too. When I end this session, I got to go to work as well. So I totally understand. At a time like this, it's great to be able to work from home. We can continue our business. We can continue working for our companies and continue getting paid. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there that are affected with less hours, unemployment, losing their businesses, hoping it rebounds quickly. That is close to correct, Lucky Dog, but there is a misspelling there. Either that or there's a misspelling on my card. Oh, okay. Actually, you're right. I missed Lisa's. She got it right. Australian accent. Yep, I missed yours, Lisa, even though it was in all caps. I didn't see it. Good job. Good job on the answer and on telling you what to do. here's here's some good advice. Thanks, Camper Life. We will see you tomorrow night on your live, if not before. This is a saying, a piece of advice, a good piece of advice, I would say. Don't sweat the small things. That's correct. Lucky Dog gets that. There was a series of books, I think, around that. Don't sweat the small stuff. You're having a great morning, Lucky Dog. You're not only distancing yourself from third place, but you are pecking away at Henry Does It. She's going to be hard to catch, but let's see. You are just shy of 200 points away. So she's at 890 points and you're at 695. So quite a bit closer than you were at the start, I think, by about 70 points. Have fun cleaning the coach. All right, here's one. We'll do a music trivia after this. So if you're waiting patiently for the music trivia, we've got more coming up. Henry Does It might be preoccupied with her little baby. That's close, but not exactly right. One word's wrong. That's close too, but there's one word missing. Lisa and Lucky Dog are both really close, but there's one word. One word incorrect. There we go. When the Saints go marching in, and Lisa gets it because Lucky Dog had a misspelling the first time she got it right. Lisa gets that one. I can picture you guys frantically typing. That makes me smile. I get to have the fun of just giving the questions. I know trivia's that I've been attending. I'll pre-type what I think the answer might be a little bit so I can get ahead, and then it's never right, or you type in so fast you mess it up. So I've been there before. I think it's funner to be on this side. Let's see here. I like this one. We'll do music after this one. This is a saying, popular saying, comes from a movie or a series of movies. It's not Mighty Aspen. I think it comes from a series that dates back to the 60s or 70s, probably. Struggling with this one? It was a series of spy movies, and this is something that the lead spy in this movie might say. The last clue is my favorite actor that played in one of these movies is Sean Connery. And if nobody gets it with that, we're gonna move on. My name is Bond. James Bond. That is correct. My name is Bond. I thought that one would be quicker. Who was everyone else's James favorite Bond actor? Or does nobody really care about James Bond, and that's why it was a hard puzzle? I really liked Sean Connery. Roger Moore wasn't bad. I haven't seen any of the latest ones with the newest actor. I'm not even sure what the guy's name is, but yeah, Sean Connery was always my favorite. Everyone should know this one or get it fairly quickly. I think. Let me. I don't know. The answer is very common, but I don't know if we'll be able to sound it out off of this one. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. I was supposed to go to music trivia. I will right after this one. I forgot. This is a place or a business. Struggling with this one, maybe. It's not a mercantile, although mercantiles are awesome. It's more in the online era. I thought it would be easy until I looked at the words here. The words are a little bit misleading. Okay, let's try to sound it out. So take the H off, just throw the H away, and then say that first word with the first half of the second word together quickly. And that'll give you the first name of this online. You should be able to get it from there. All right, I'm going to do a 10-second countdown and move on to another puzzle. It doesn't look like people are getting this one. One last hint, and it'll give it away. Prime. I do not see any answers after mercantile. Is my system messing up? Lucky Dog, did you answer? And Graham, Amazon is the first part of it, yes, but we're looking for a little bit more than that. Say the whole thing out fast. Oh, you know what? I bet you typed it as, okay. I'm going to give it to Lucky Dog. I think the problem is you can't type links in the chat. So if you did it as a link, but the answer was Amazon.com, but you probably would have had to put it in like that. It was probably blocking you, but I trust you. Did anybody else type it in? Anybody else that typed in Amazon.com there? That was the answer. Oh, you did type it out, so you didn't even have to put the, wow. Okay. Well, security measures, they don't want you typing in. Okay, nursing our travel bug, I'm going to give you 10 points for that too, since it was StreamYard blocking the answers. If anyone else typed that in, let me know, and I will trust your honesty and give 10 points as well. Let's switch over to music trivia. StreamYard just messed us up, so. Yeah, I know on StreamYard you cannot post in links or email addresses unless you're a moderator or the host. Obviously, it let me type in Amazon.com like that, but it's blocking anything that looks like a website or a link. So let's do some music trivia. We find a good one here. What decade is the hit single "Feels Like the First Time" from Foreigner from? What decade? The 70s is correct. Lucky Dog. The 70s is correct. We can do a follow-up question on that. Another music question. Who was the lead singer of Foreigner? Who was the lead singer of Foreigner? The prominent lead singer during the 70s, not the lead singer of the band that's touring now. Not Steve Perry, that was Journey. Lead singer of of Foreigner in the 70s. Yeah, sometimes depending on your internet connection, that could cause some challenges. And just to clarify, Lucky Dog Productions moderator is Lucky Dog's name, but they're not a moderator. The moderators of this channel are in blue. I don't know if we have any moderators here right now. Camper Life was a moderator, and Aaron Jemison's a moderator, but I don't believe they're here right now. So I'm the only moderator of the channel. Anyone get the lead singer for Foreigner in the 70s? Lou Graham. Lou Graham is the correct answer. Lucky Dog gets that one. All right, let's get back to Madgab. Next puzzle. Got about 12 minutes left before I have to end the session today and head to work. Thanks for everyone joining this morning. Appreciate it. No big changes on the leaderboard yet, but we did have some people make progress. Lucky Dog distancing themselves from third place, moving higher up in second place. Nursing Our Travel Bug, San Diego Chargers. You've got that one. Lisa is moving up towards third place, making a gain there. Still got a ways to go. Nursing Our Travel Bug is on the board now with 20 points. Go right to the next game. Get as many points in today as we can here. Might be a few of these online during this lockdown, self-isolation. In fact, maybe we need to do one of our Mad Gabs in this style. Anyone getting this one? It's something you might do. You're getting close, Lisa. That's close. Something you might do, especially a girl might do this, it seems like, maybe around their birthday or on the weekend. You got the last word right, Lisa. Anyone get it? Again, you guys have got the last word nailed. Parties. What type of party might a young 13-year-old girl have when they have their friends over for overnight? That should give it away. It's not pageant parties, not passion parties. Something they might wear for the overnight party. Not a nightgown, but pajama parties. Pajama parties. Lucky Dog, I think, stole that from you guys. You guys were on the right track, and then Lucky Dog comes in and gets it. All right, got about 8 minutes left. Let's try to get a few more puzzles in here. I like this though, Panama parties. That's a good one. Yeah, your autocorrect always fails you when you need it. It always comes up when you don't need it. It changes things ridiculously. When you spell the word correctly, it changes it to something else. Shania Twain is the correct answer. And Lucky Dog just beat you in Nursing Our Travel Bug. Barely ahead. Here we go. Another quick one, hopefully. Might be able to squeeze 3 or 4 more puzzles in before we have to stop. Nursing Our Travel Bug is on it today. Or actually, you are correct. Lucky Dog's on it today. She said she had her coffee, and she's been doing well. NASCAR cartoons is not correct. Masquerade costume is correct. Good job. I thought that one was going to be tough. Masquerade costume. Let me make sure. Masquerade costume is spelled correctly. I see it, but Nursing Our Travel Bug gets that one. $30 now, Nursing Our Travel Bug. Okay, let's do another one. We got about 6 minutes left here. A few minutes left. This is something that kind of a slogan for a company. Would have heard it in their commercials. Who even watches commercials today? Seems like commercials are, well, record everything and skip right through them, right? Midas Touch. A little bit more specific than that. Those words are correct, but there's another word missing. The Midas touch. That's what we're looking for. The Midas touch. The Mighty Dutchman. The My Dad touch. The My Dad touch. I like that one. Oh, it's always that last letter. Everybody spells it wrong on that last letter. The Midas touch is the correct answer for Lucky Dogs. Let's jump to another one here. This is going to have a bonus question at the end of it. Be ready for that. The Sounds of Silence is the correct answer. And for the bonus question, name the artist that made that song a hit back in, I think it was the early 70s. The correct answer was The Sounds of Silence. The Sounds of Silence. And the correct band is Simon Garfunkel. And it looks like Lucky Dog got them both. Let me check the spelling error on Garfunkel first. Yeah, Garfunkel spelled E-L with the last two letters, so both of those go to Lucky Dog. All right, let's do another puzzle here. Gonna have a bonus to this one as well. After right, that's that's better than this, but this is a time. This is a time. It was also a song. And when it reaches this time, it's tomorrow. This will probably be our last puzzle. It's not Afternoon Delight. The first word is actually, if you take the H off, After Midnight. That is the correct answer. After Midnight, and I see Nursing Our Travel Bug. Can anyone tell me the rock singer that made this a hit? I think probably in the late 70s. It might have been later than that. Kareem. That may be the correct answer. I was thinking Eric Clapton. Let's see which one it is. I made this one up in my head, or I knew this one in my head. I think it's Eric Clapton, but let's see. Eric Clapton. So you got through both answers up there, Cream and Eric Clapton. So Nursing Our Travel Bug, you get, it looks like, both of those last two. So you end the day with 20 more points. That puts you at 50 points, only playing the last half hour or less. So good job. Before we go, I'll throw up some of the other sessions that we're going to be having. We're going to do one tomorrow night at 8:30 Central Time, 9:30 Eastern. So basically after Camper Life, I believe. And then we'll do two on Friday, one at 8 a.m. and one at 8 p.m. So tune in for your best chance there. I'll give a rundown of the points here on where we stand. Henry does it. I think she must have dropped off because she disappeared there the last half an hour. She's at 890 points. We have Lucky Dog at 785 points. And third place, we have Artist on the Road with 490 points. Lisa made good progress today, is up to 210 points, so cut the lead in half pretty much. And then let's see, we've got quite a few after that that are in the 100, 130, 110 range. So anything can happen. You can gain a lot of points when you play here. So we've got 3 more sessions. If you come on for those 3 sessions, you might be able to take a shot at third place at 490, or even catch Lucky Dog and possibly first place if you have amazing sessions. All right, folks. Well, I really appreciate you joining. Again, I'll see you on some of those other sessions coming up. Hopefully, if not, maybe I'll catch you on the some other lives that are out there. Take care.